Miss Yong here is Thailand about Dingtalk. So before we start, please subscribe our YouTube channel. Today we would like to discuss this AI table. Today we will continue learning about the button feature. The function I would like to introduce today is how to run a workflow using a button. So what is the function used for? Simply put, when you click a button, the system will automatically trigger a workflow that has already been configured. For example, we can let the system automatically update records, send notifications, or perform others automated action. This means we do not need to manually update the data every time. It can also reduce repetitive work and make whole process more automated. First, go to Add View, scroll down, and find Button. Click on it, add a title for it. Next, we come to the button configurations. The first option is Label. Here we can customize the text displayed on the button. I will enter click. This means that when the respondent or user clicks the button, the system will execute the action that we set up later. Next is Style. Here we can choose the button style based on our own needs. For this example, I will keep the system default style. Here we come to Action. Click on it and we can see that the button supports many different actions. For today's tutorial, we will select Run Workflow. After selecting it, the system will automatically take us to the automation page. Here we can set out what the workflow should do after the button is clicked. After entering the automation page, we can see that the first node is when the button is clicked. This node represents the trigger condition of the workflow. On the right side, we can select the data table and the corresponding button field. The system has already selected the related data table and button field for us. Of course, if needed, we can still adjust them based on our own workflow. Next, we come to second node. At first, it will show add advanced logic or action. This means we need to specify what action the system should perform after the button is clicked. Click on it and we can see that the system provides many different automation actions. For example, send Dingtalk message, update records, create records, find records, and more. For this demonstration, I will choose update records. After selecting update records, the system will add a new update records node. This node allows us to specify which data table, which records, and which field we want to update. First is select the table. Here, I will select table, which is quotation table for this example. Next is select records. Here, I will choose records of step 1 trigger. This means the system will update the records where the button was clicked, so we do not need to manually select which record to update. Next is set records content. Here we can choose the field that we want to update. For example, I will set complete status to yes. Then I will set rating to 5, which represents the rating value. If there are other fields that need to be updated, we can click set field values to add more fields. After completing the setup, click publish. Now let's test the result. We can go back to AI table and click the click button. The system will automatically run the workflow that we just configured. After the workflow runs successfully, we can see that the complete status of this record has been automatically updated to yes. At the same time, rating has been automatically updated to 5. This means the workflow has been executed successfully. Sometimes we may face a problem where the same button is clicked repeatedly. So what can we do? We can go to Edit Field and find Disable button after action. Turn it on. This means that after the user clicks the button and the action is successfully executed, the button will become unavailable. Below that, we can also set the text show where the button is unavailable. For example, I will enter complete. After the action is complete, the button will display complete. This means the operation has already been done and the user will not be able to click the button again. After completing the setting, click Save. Now let's test again. We can see that the status of this record has been updated automatically. Most importantly, the button has changed to complete and it can no longer be clicked again. So, the biggest benefits of running a workflow with a button is that it can automate repetitive action. User only needs to click one button and the system will automatically complete the following steps. This not only saves time but also helps reduce manual errors. If you usually have fixed process such as updating status after completing a task or modify a result, you can try using this function. Alright, that's all for today's tutorials on running a workflow with a button. Pretty simple, right? Let's try. So if you like our tutorial video, please click like and share. Last but not least, ABCD just in one. See you next time. Bye!